Good morning, everybody. It has been a minute. Since I put up a video, but lots happened. I'm sitting down here in Florida, cooking a chuck roast. Let's see. Whew. Gotta be May of this year, I think. I picked up a load in South Carolina and was taking it to Jersey on Monday. So a pretty good, long, good paying load. I got about 11 miles from my house where I store my trailer. I take my tractor home, as you guys have seen me do all my work at home. And talking to my wife on the phone, I hear a loud pop. I'm used to tires, anything, stuff like that. But a different pop, engine starts rattling a little bit different. And I'm like, oh no. Look in the rearview mirror. Black smoke coming out of the exhaust. Black is usually overfuel. A little bit of blue in it means oil. So I'm like, no. So snap the turbo. Start dumping oil into the intake side of the engine. She was running away. Pulled it to the side of the road. There'll be pictures to follow. And push the clutch in. Oh, she runs away. So I put it in gear and try to stop it, but it's that truck of mine. I thought I was going to drop a drive shaft, which then I'd have a busted drive shaft or busted U-joint beating the bottom of the truck apart. So you have microseconds to think of what to do, especially when it's your own vehicle, your own money. So a guy passed me, he saw the fire, the smoke basically coming out of the stacks. He's got a little 2.5 pound extinguisher. I carry a 10 pound. So pop the hood, a little bit of flames going on, and I just take the fire extinguisher, stick it into the intake manifold, basically into the air filter, and choke it out. Just fill the air filter till it holds the thing in, shuts the truck off. And it's like it's surreal at the time. I'm like, what in God's name is going on here? I pulled the truck over to the side a little bit off the road because it's a little two-lane road. Now think about this. I have on right about 79,000 pounds. I got 45,000 pounds of kiln-dried pine sitting on a brand new trailer that I own. I'm thinking this could be a disaster. Plus, surrounded through a pine forest. So we can armchair quarterback like crazy. I don't know what to do. But shut it down. And when it got so hot, it dumped so much oil that it started melting wires on the side of the engine, caught underneath the engine on fire. There was oil on the pavement, it was catching fire. And mine, it's like time slows down, but your mind goes faster, it freaks you out a little bit. So, got it shut down. People driving by calling the police, calling the fire department, they show up, but I put it out. So now what do I do? I'm hanging halfway up the side of the road, and the fire's out, but then I'm like, oh my gosh. What, God works in mysterious ways. I mean, we've been praying for what to do as a business transition. We thought about moving out of North Carolina to Florida, where we eventually wanted to live, and really asking God for guidance. Sometimes He gives you guidance in ways you don't want it, is what we're finding out. And so, called my buddy who owns a tow truck. You'll see pictures of that. And a tow truck company. Shout out to Rob at Allen's Towing, Raleigh, North Carolina. He's the man. And brought out 3 different wreckers because, as you see how far it slid over as I tried to pull the front tag, because I ran a spread axle. That front spread axle wanted to go down farther in the ditch, and there was so much weight. It just, no matter how hard they tried to pull the tractor, it would, the trailer, I mean, what does water want to do? Always wants to find the lowest part of the earth. It wants to go back to the center and chase. Gravity sucks it in, so that was that. And so after an hour and a half, we finally pulled it out, towed it, and got it back to the yard. You know, I'm just in awe. My wife picks me up, and I just ride with her in silence. And she's like, "What you thinking?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know what to think. I felt like it was a dream. I mean, I put my heart and soul into this business, the dump truck business, transition, flatbed business. I had a great broker, I had great lanes, but I've been praying for some kind of absolution. Like, this is a path. Show us what you want us to do." And so we just go home and just sort of just sit on our deck and think about, well, is this part of God's plan? And so the processes start happening. It's like, well, we thought about moving down to Florida. We put money down on like a small little home, you know, like a second home as an investment. Maybe we'll ponder that. And so the truck starts the truck and the load, and the incident starts working its way through the insurance process. And it has to, I have to give a list of all the repairs I've done. It has to be taken to it's a Mac, so it has to be taken to a reputable Mac dealer. And I have Progressive, which most of these truckers have Progressive. And they have to check it out, ask the techs and everything what the deal is, and have them do a full load inspection on it. And so we take it to Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and I'm a bigger fan of them than I am. If you guys are familiar with the TransSource Mac dealer in Raleigh, North Carolina, personal preference, but there's some good old boys out there, so that's where my heart went. We took it out there, had a great guy at Progressive, sort of an truck driver transportation guy that was an adjuster, and he was really honored to check it out. So they got aggressive and they got into it, and they said, "Hey, it's not a total, we can rebuild the engine for $6,000, $7,000, we can get it back on the road for $7,000. The mechanic in me was like, "Wait a minute, I fogged that thing with 10 pounds of." I said, "Did they pull the intake off or did they scope the cylinders?" He goes, "Let me check." He goes, "No, they didn't." I said, "Well, just for you-know-whats and giggles, have them do that." So, on the next video, I'll tell you about that, because if I did this whole process of how I got to where we're at now, this would be an hour long. So, where we're sitting here is trying to figure out the truck's total. It's at the Mac dealer. Another person is taking my load to Jersey, and we're in flux. Let's look a little more detail at that. So, if you like my past videos, you like this type of content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm going to try to be a little more proactive as far as the transition from North Carolina to Florida and what I'm doing now. And maybe there's something that anybody can find in it, from young up-and-coming truck drivers, Gen Xers like me, boomers for entertainment, from dumb old truck drivers. Is like, I like to joke about that. But there's so many people in this industry, from regular Joes to some people that have master's degrees. It's just finding what a person likes to do, what they thought they liked to do when they were younger, or what I did, chase money instead of chasing what fulfilled me, to get me where my wife and I are now. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will work on getting the next one rolling. I got stuff to do. I got a big old, let me show you. I got a chuck roast going right here. I'll be tending to that today. And a honeydew roast. But that's life. So. Anyway, as always, we are heaven bound and hammer down, brother.